Welcome to Singapore FOZL videos. In previous episodes, we have introduced about Singapore business environment, incorporating a company in Singapore, the accounting requirements and tax requirements, and so on and so forth. So some of our clients actually ask, if I want to incorporate a company in Singapore, what is the procedure look like? And what are the important things I should be very careful during the process? So first of all, we would recommend that you to find a very reliable Singapore service provider who can help you handle the entire incorporation process. And of course, you can find it through the search engines such as Google and Baidu, or you can find it through your personal network. And second, you should talk to your service provider about your requirement, your objective, and your business model, because a good service provider will be able to give you some very valuable advice. And third one is that you have to choose your company name. The company name in Singapore are registered in English letters, English character or words. And the fourth one is that you have to decide your company capital. The capital, there are two items you need to be very mindful. First one is the issued share capital. That is the liability or the largest responsibility that the shareholder has to take. And second is pay-up capital. It represents how much capital has actually been paid into the company. And the fifth one is that the company, the main business activity. In Singapore, right, when a company is incorporated, ACRA only requires company to declare the two major business activities, such as the two main source of income. But if you have more activities, right, then it doesn't matter, you can still do it, but you don't have to declare it. But in one day, if your lower income activity, right, become larger and larger due to the business expansion and become the first and second income activity, then what you need to do is to file an lodgement to ACRA to inform them to change your company's main business activity. Next one is they have to decide the company director list. Who are going to be the Singapore company directors? According to the rules and regulations, Singapore must have at least one director and must have at least one local resident director. So for a foreign company to incorporate in Singapore, right, we would highly recommend the company appoint at least two directors from their own company or from their own management, and appoint one Singapore local resident director as a nominee director. Because as such, the two overseas directors will be able to pass the resolutions if they need it. And the next one is the shareholder list. And of course, in Singapore, right, company shareholders decided by their investment or by any shareholder agreement. And when a company incorporates in Singapore, right, it is a company with share capital and how many shares. And the share prices actually defined by the company itself. Normally at the beginning of a time, right, when the company has one share, they will have $1 per share. But we would recommend company to put the share capital to a much higher value, because the low pay-up capital company tends to be regarded as the high-risk company. It's very difficult for you to open your bank account. And next is to prepare the company incorporation application form to fill in all the necessary informations, and the service provider has to witness the company director's signature. Before the pandemic, we used to witness the signature face-to-face, so which means the clients will need to fly into Singapore. We'll meet them face-to-face, verify their passport, their IC, and their personal informations. Then we witness the signature. But for now, due to the pandemic, traveling is becoming a very difficult situation. So what we can do is that we will do a video conference. We will witness the signature through the video, and it's same as the bank account opening. So after that signature has been witnessed and payment has been made, then we can proceed to the company incorporation process. The first thing we need to do is to reserve the company name. As long as the company name does not include any of the sensitive words, such as group, such as education, or sometimes related to investment, so on and so forth. Normally the company name will be approved on the spot when we apply. And the application fee is $15 that we submit to ACRA. And when the company name has been approved, the next we will proceed with the company incorporation. The incorporation process is we filing all the information to ACRA and make the lodgement. The cost is 300 Singapore dollars. That is the government cost. But normally, right, if the company, the incorporation is not been chosen for a second review, of course the company incorporation will be approved on the spot. But sometimes it's being chosen for the second review. It may take 2 to 8 weeks. But according to our experience, normally, right, 1 or 2 weeks you will be approved. So that is the company incorporation process in Singapore, and the things that you should be very mindful and look out. But just now you have to notice that we have mentioned about 2 fees. One is name application fee to the government is $15, and the company incorporation fee is $300 to the government. But there are many other services that a company will need which will cost certain fees. So we will talk about the company incorporation fees in our next video. So we shall see you next time.